button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
Alright, so we got this little bracket with the brake line and ABS sensor to remove. 2 bolts, 3 bolts up top, and the whole strut should come out. I don't have a spring compressor. Never really ever used one. I have used one before, but so I'm gonna do it the ghetto way, and definitely don't do what you're about to see at home. So put it at the base of the wall, put a gun on it. I always use the rug because the rug is like thicker and heavier and absorbing some of the force. Got the box with the springs behind it that I haven't showed y'all yet, but and just some more stuff. So if you're seeing this, then I'm sure I made it through. Let's get a good angle. Okay. And there we go. How did that come off? Something like that, yeah. So the springs I went with is God springs, just lowering springs. Now I know people say, you know, do coilovers, but at the end of the day, this is not a performance car by no means. This is all for looks. So I figured there was no point in spending $600-700 on a cheap set of coilovers, and I'm just getting the same effect that I could get with springs. Now another thing, I'd rather get a decent brand spring than to get a cheap set of coilovers, because coilovers is usually plastic for the most part and they go bad. At least with springs, I still have the stock struts, which usually, and what I recommend doing is when you replace the spring, go ahead and replace the strut. I didn't do that time, so I'm gonna have to work backwards and get a new set of struts. But just get a stock set of struts, new springs, lowering springs, and you'll still save plenty of money opposed to buying coilovers if you're not looking to go that low. I'm only These are only going to put me 1.85 inches lower. I'm just trying to get rid of some of the wheel gap. I don't want to slam it. So I went with Godspeed. There was Megan Racing I was thinking about going with, which was pretty much the same price. I think it was like $10 more. No big deal. But the only reason I chose Godspeed was, and I know this is probably a lie or probably inaccurate, but it said these was 1.85 and it said the Megan Racing was 1.80. So plus the color, I'm not gonna lie. And there was a cheaper set. You can get a set of Manzo springs for like $90. But these Godspeed, I don't know why I keep saying Godspeed was about 140. I think the Megan Racing ones was like 150. All right, let's open them up. I would need scissors. I would use some bags. One for you. One for you. One for you. Alright, let's see. How do we open? Oh, that was simple. So like I was saying too, what really sold me was the color. The Megan Racing one was orange, which was still look decent, but I feel like this contrasted better with the whole oil slick and neochrome that I have on the car. Alright, so we got our spring. There's like a little groove right there that you want to sit the spring on. Let's hope it stays while I do all of this. We have this boot. I try to use as much parts that came off of it as I can. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Make sure we're still in the groove. This is perfect. Top hat. Bolt that still has a ton of grease from the factory on it, which is a good thing. Alright, let's zipper. Quick look, make sure everything's in place. Alright. Alright, and that's what it looks like. Alright, let's get this back installed and do the other side.
front of the back now. I don't think I need to take the wheels off. I should be able to just to pull the strut off and pry the spring out. Hopefully that goes as planned. So far it's been not too bad. Alright. Washer. Yep, that worked. Got it. Sure which way to swing it. And that's it for the rear. Let's do the other side. Finished product, except for it setting a little bit, but that's what we're looking like. I didn't want it too low, so that's perfect for me.